Some games try to impress you with scale, others quietly pull you in with systems so satisfying you don't realize hours have passed. The Artisan of Glimmith sits firmly in that second category. This is a crafting-focused RPG with light management elements built around progression through creation rather than combat dominance. It's aimed at players who enjoy optimization, experimentation, and slow burn progression loops. Currently available on PC, it's clearly designed with a more niche but dedicated audience in mind. At its core, the gameplay revolves around gathering materials, refining them, and crafting increasingly complex items. What stands out is how interconnected the systems are. Crafting isn't just a menu, it's a layered process where timing, resource quality, and decision-making all matter. Early on, it feels simple, but as new recipes and mechanics unlock, the depth becomes more apparent. Progression is steady, though sometimes a bit grind-heavy. There's a satisfying rhythm to optimizing production chains, but limited build diversity can make late-game strategies feel somewhat repetitive. Visually, the game leans into a stylized, slightly rustic fantasy aesthetic. It's not pushing technical boundaries, but the art direction is cohesive and clean. Environments are functional rather than breathtaking, with clear readability being the priority. Animations are smooth enough for the genre, and performance remains stable throughout, even during more complex crafting sequences. The sound design supports the gameplay loop well. Subtle ambient tracks create a calm, focused atmosphere that fits the crafting-heavy experience. Sound effects, especially those tied to crafting actions, are crisp and provide satisfying feedback. There's no heavy reliance on voice acting, but the minimal approach works in the game's favour. Narratively, the Artisan of Glimmith takes a light touch approach. The story is present but not intrusive, focusing more on world building than character-driven drama. You're given just enough context to understand your role and the world around you, but the game never forces lengthy exposition. This works well for players who prefer gameplay over storytelling, though those looking for a deep narrative may find it lacking. One of the game's biggest strengths is its crafting system. It feels meaningful, layered, and consistently rewarding as you progress. The pacing, especially in the early and mid-game, keeps you engaged without overwhelming you. There's also a strong sense of progression, where each upgrade feels earned and impactful. On the downside, the repetition becomes noticeable over longer sessions. The lack of significant variation in late-game strategies can reduce long-term engagement. Additionally, while the UI is functional, it could be more intuitive in certain areas, especially when managing complex crafting chains. In terms of value, the game offers a solid amount of content for its price. If you enjoy optimizing systems and experimenting with mechanics, there's plenty here to keep you busy. However, players expecting variety or narrative depth may feel the experience wears thin faster than expected. Overall, the Artisan of Glimmith is a well-crafted experience that knows exactly what it wants to be. It's perfect for players who enjoy methodical progression, crafting depth, and a more relaxed pace. If you're looking for action-heavy gameplay or a story-driven adventure, this probably isn't for you. As it stands, I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. It's a strong entry within its niche, but held back slightly by repetition and limited late-game variety. If you enjoy crafting systems and games, this is definitely one worth checking out. If you found this review helpful, consider liking the video, subscribing for more honest game reviews, and let me know in the comments. What's the most addictive crafting system you've experienced in a game?